Alright, howdy. Don't mind the mess. I'm just working on I'm always working on something. It's weird. It's really hard to keep a clean workbench, especially when you have like cases. So I thought this one might be interesting. This is a video7 Apple IIc RGB interface for amdek RGB monitors. Now, I think amdek may have made some Apple monitors for the early Apple IIs, but that's not what it's referring to, I don't believe. I'll have to do some more time and more research to actually test that even, because I'm wondering if maybe there's a broken part in here, but you can see it's normal video7 box. This part here is normal. This label, I'm wondering who put the label on here, if it was the seller or if video7 did. Because if you look at the bottom here, you're looking for an Apple III compatible RGB monitor. That's the normal what it is. Nothing in here says anything. You open it up, you got a cable. This is what enables it for amdek monitors, but the manual and all the other stuff in here. So this is the problem. You don't have it new, so it might have been an additional insert in here. I don't know, but this doesn't refer to anything outside of, you know, you hook it up to the monitor. So the idea is that you'd plug this into the back of your Apple IIc, this part I think actually. Then this output here would be RGB that you could put into, as it says, the Apple III monitor. This cable here and here's the thing, I'm wondering if maybe they sold this with an amdek monitor for all we know. This cable transfers your Apple interface to a CGA. At least that's what it appears. On CGA, those two pins that are missing are not used. So, but we have a problem here. This only has composite output. Sync. Maybe, like I already opened this cable up. There's no circuit or anything that transfers composite to vertical and horizontal sync. But one thing I was reading was sometimes certain monitors can handle composite sync. You just throw composite sync onto both the vertical and horizontal sync, and then it figures it out, I guess. And maybe amdek monitors, at least the amdek monitors that this is referring to, which it's not specific, it's just a label that says for amdek monitors, which is kind of weird. Maybe those can handle composite sync. And if I could get to it, there's an amdek 600. Here's the schematic for the 410A, by the way, which is what I'm working on over here. But if I could get to it, that 600 has a switch on the back. I'm wondering if that switch possibly on A is horizontal and vertical sync separate, and then on B, maybe on B, it's composite sync. So if it has the ability to accept it and you just have to press a switch, maybe that explains why this would be referring to amdek monitors. It's not just amdek monitors it would work with, though. It's just any monitor that's compatible with composite sync on the CGA port, or RGB as it puts. But yeah, when I opened this up, I saw a loose wire. I'm wondering if that loose wire is a problem. I'll have to take a look at that another time. I ended up accidentally getting one of these after that. This is the normal version that you really kind of want to get, because this is just a simple. This plugs into your Apple IIc. This goes into your CGA compatible monitor or RGB monitor. And I guess if you wanted to do an RF modulator thing, there's that though. And this is the Video 7 enhancer, because this conforms to the back of your Apple IIc a lot better. This one here, you just have the cable that plugs into the back of your Apple IIc, and then there's a little box dangling. You'd have to find space on your desk for that. But it's still a better option than what you have with the Apple IIc by itself, because the Apple IIc by itself does not output any sort of usable video outside of composite, basically. And I don't think this does composite. This is probably taking whatever other things it has involved and just converting it to actual video, and potentially actual video that's better than what the Apple IIc is normally compatible with. That's part of the reason why they call it the Video 7 Enhancer Pro Color 2C. There's supposed to be like additional functionality added to your 2C. I just don't think there's any real software that uses it outside of the floppy disk that comes with these things. And this came with a floppy disk, so I might even test that out with that. As long as it's the same, as of course is the other problem. Let me just get this out of the way. I will have to test those things later at some point. This is Lantastic Network Software 7.0. This is mostly sealed. Somebody ripped it, but there's not enough rip to get anything out of here, so it's basically sealed. Like, unless somebody could really, like, sneakily, I guess they could have probably just, like, but if you do it like this, it'll tear more. Yeah, it's tearing more right now, so, yeah. Let me just barely get it out of here. Lantastic apparently is supposed to be a DOS software suite for, in essence, managing a DOS computer on a network, basically, or Windows 3.1, or Windows 95. This one says upgrade. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't need to use. I mean, I guess I could probably get the software to upgrade it quote from, but hopefully, it's the old version to upgrade where you just had to send in a rebate request. Look, it's a CD and a sleeve. Oh, great. It's actually kind of weird to see this. You made this big box. You stuck in a paper sleeve. Ugh. Registration card. Please register your product or something. Important. Do this. Are you upgrading from 5.0 or earlier, or are you upgrading from competing networks? Cool. That'd be interesting. Did you buy an unlimited site upgrade or an unlimited network? Okay. What? This says it's a one-user upgrade, but okay. Okay, it says if this allows this for 1 user or 10 users or unlimited user, you're upgrading 5.0 or earlier, you must call Artisoft before you begin upgrading your computers. You need a new verification key in order to install the software properly. Really? Can be found on the directory of tech support services flyer? Somewhere in here? Oh, okay, I see. I'm not going to put that on here, not on purpose. It probably flashed it by, but honestly, this is old software nobody probably cares that much about. Installation and setup manual. You might hear my 3D printer going on in the background. It's going to be going on pretty much consistently forever. Well, that's a set of manuals. It's like you spent all this money on all this manual stuff and still can't give us anything better than a lousy paper sleeve for CD. It's just a CD-ROM. Okay. There's no floppy version in here. I was wondering about that too. I think it might say, yeah, it says CD on there. User CD. Cool. I know there's probably versions on various websites that you can just use this software on, but sometimes you just want the paperwork that comes with the software more than you actually want the software anyway. Because you're reading this stuff online or off a PDF is kind of a pain. And if I can have my own serial key for at least one computer, be nice. Alright. So we have installation and setup manual, troubleshooting manual. Bip. Lantastic for Windows 95 users manual. It's a little sticky. Lantastic for Windows users manual. Lantastic for DOS users manual. Lantastic for internet/intranet manual. Alright, I just thought I'd make a quick video. I was thinking of trying to open these things up. This one here just really has just a chip and a resistor network in it. I'm not sure what that is, but honestly, it probably isn't worth looking at because the chip on here I wasn't able to identify, and I have a feeling it's basically the same thing over here. It said wafer scale or something, and I don't think that means anything, really. So I'd have to figure out what kind of chip it is or anything, and the numbers and letters didn't mean anything. So it's possible it's just a custom chip that they made themselves, or somebody made it for them. And I know there's modern versions of this thing that would get you to VGA output, because obviously that would be more compatible with a lot of more modern things, but this is the old version that operated the old way. It's got like a copper sheet that wraps all around it with a little paper insulator on it so that it's shielded properly and everything. It's kind of cool. This thing is only held together by glue, by the way, so you could just basically pop it open. And I am probably just going to make that the video for the moment. Just wanted to put something out there. Let people know I'm not dead or anything. Maybe show them the 8087 I got in the city. It's one of those, what do we call it, ceramic gold or something like that. I'm working on trying to get the NXT machine with the Quapple in it. And probably not with this many things attached to the 6502 or the system, but, you know, maybe I'll try it for a little while just to see how it operates and see if I can give it some additional RAM or just dig into the actual hardware itself. But I hope some of this stuff works too, like this hard drive. But I don't have high hopes because this is an old MFM hard drive, it looks like. Those things apparently just need at least a hard reformat. Alright, before I hit the 15-minute mark, let's call it a day.